Welcome to the second podcast of Saint Spiridon's Greek Orthodox Monastery. I'm Father Yorgo, and today I'm joined with Father Yanni. Father Yanni, how are you doing today?
Father Yorgo, I'm very good. How about yourself?
I'm doing very good, thank you. Today we're talking about something very close to our hearts. What to expect when you go or visit an Orthodox church for the first time.
We meet a lot of people who are curious, maybe searching or just visiting, and sometimes they're a little nervous, like, what do I wear? When do I stand up? Or will I do something wrong?
Yes, so we thought we'd walk step by step to make your first visit as peaceful and welcoming as it should be.
Okay, let's start with what you can do before you even arrive. First thing, check the parish website or social media. Confirm the service times, because churches don't always start at the typical 8:30, 9:30 for liturgy that people are used to.
Yes, exactly. Like, for example, at our monastery, since we are a virtual monastery, we do not have specific times because people can join from many parts of the country or different parts of the world. So that is why we would usually either post on YouTube, on Rec Room, and we might start posting on other social media platforms. But for now, as we remain a small community, we're going to be posting mostly on YouTube and Rec Room. So, yes.
You're welcome to come to Orthodox and Divine Liturgy at your church, at our monastery, and our events. But if you don't have to show up before 9:30 when Orthodox is starting, if you're new to your church, I highly recommend it. It's a beautiful service. But if you come earlier, it's very nice.
Yes, it's like warming up for the heart. It's warming up the heart before liturgy. It's like the songs, the hymns. It's peaceful, and it's like and it's sets the tone and sets the tone beautifully. It's very beautiful during Orthros or the morning services. So.
Yeah, another tip, dress modestly, for men and for women. Think respectful and reverent. Women often wear skirts and sometimes cover their heads. Men will wear long pants with long shirts, and with the sleeves have to be long.
Yes.
Well, generally. No needs for suit and ties, although that is, it is a good thing to wear. It's preferred, but it's not necessary, and just be modest.
Yes, I must agree with that, but going back, if you want to visit an Orthodox church in real life and not in the virtual world, try to go a few minutes early. It gives you some time to settle in, light a candle, say a prayer for a family member if you'd like, and adjust to the space without feeling rushed, so you get a nice slow paced.
Yeah, and relating to that, when you're entering the church, you'll enter in this area called the narthex. It's a candle room. It's like a sacred foyer, and you'll see people venerating icons and lighting candles.
Yeah, so if that's new to you, don't worry. You're not expected to do anything you're not comfortable with. Just observe, be still, and take it in. And I'd just like to explain the narthex is very important, because in the Greek Orthodox Church we believe that when you light a candle, it's not just a candle there to light it there to donate to the church. No, it's a prayer. It's a small prayer. But Father Jan, you can go on deeper into that with
Yeah, you can light a candle and offer a short prayer for someone you love or for yourself, and a small donation is usually the people usually leave a small donation when they walk in. It's not required. You're never required to donate to an Orthodox church. You're never forced to donate, because then it's not donating. It's like taxes, a tithing.
Yes, that's very true. Now, in the church, again, the narthex, you might see people crossing themselves and bowing and kissing the icons, like for example, the icon of the Panagia or the Mother Mary, the icon of Jesus, icons of saints. So, for example, in Saint Spiridon's church, we would have an icon of Saint Spiridon, he the patron saint of that church. But it's not mandatory if it's new to you. It's an act of devotion. If you're not ready for that, it is perfectly okay. Just watch, just to watch reverently. So, yeah.
Okay, and on that topic, where do I sit? Where do I stand? So Orthodox worship is mostly standing, but many churches have chairs. In Western countries, they might have pews. It's an influence from the Western churches.
So you might see pews in a Greek Orthodox Church in America, but
Yeah.
Father Jan, you can explain the rest. Sorry for interrupting.
It's okay. So if you see pews, it's in a Western country. In more traditional Orthodox countries like Greece, you're not really going to see pews in a church. You're either going to see chairs or nothing at all. You're standing the whole service, like it was done thousands of years ago. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Yes, I'd just like to add something else to that. And usually, in a Greek Orthodox monastery or in a Greek church, they would separate the men and the women, and the women would go on to the left side of the church, the men would be on the right side, so their focus can be totally on God, so they don't have any other distractions, just all on God. So that's another key important thing. If you're going to, it doesn't apply in American country, in America, but if you visit Greece or if you visit our monastery, we would like to have that tradition and carry it on, because Orthodoxy is built on traditions and the old church. So that is what we are.
Yeah.
But also, going on, the Divine Liturgy, many people have questions about Divine Liturgy. So the Divine Liturgy is not like a talk or a concert like in Protestant or Baptist churches. It's a full of chanting, incense, icons, scripture readings, and movement. It's not like you just stand in one place, sit down, listen to the pastor, talk for like an hour. It is a very beautiful service, like we mentioned in the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah, it's a prayer. The whole thing is a prayer. Don't feel like you have to understand everything right away when you just come for your first time, because a lot of the things are not in English, they're in Greek a lot of times. Just be present, be part of the liturgy. There is no spectators to the liturgy, there is only participants to the liturgy. It works on the heart over time.
That is very true. And one way you can participate in the liturgy or be present in the liturgy is crossing yourself, because you'll see people crossing themselves at different moments, at like moments of the Trinity, for example, when you hear in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, you'll see many people cross themselves, or certain words are said and people who cross themselves. So you can follow along if you'd like, or just observe. But I'd like to explain something about the cross, so the crossing yourself.
Yes.
I cannot show you in Rec Room, but in Orthodoxy we take our three fingers, our thumb, our pointer, and our middle finger, and we put them together. That represents the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And we put our two other fingers, the pinky and the index finger, or the ring finger, sorry, the pinky and the ring finger, we put them down to the side, representing the two natures of Christ, because Christ is both 100.
Sorry to interrupt. Them being together symbolizes their unity, just like you were about to say. Sorry for interrupting.
Yes, no, that is okay. You just made a very good point. Like I said, the two natures, 100% human and 100% divine, different from Oriental Orthodox, who believe he was 50% human, 50% divine, which we can talk about in a later podcast, which would be an interesting topic.
Yeah, now this is a very important thing. This is like this is the most holy thing in the liturgy. This is the pinnacle of it. Holy Communion is the main
Yes.
thing, but it is reserved for the baptized, chrismated Orthodox Christians who are spiritually prepared through confession and fasting.
Yes.
Like,
So, sorry.
if you're
Yes.
if you're visiting from a Catholic, a Protestant church, you can't receive communion at the Eastern Orthodox Church. I believe at most churches it also is Coptic members of the Coptic Orthodox Church cannot receive at the Eastern Orthodox churches because they're not in communion. But again, that adds on to the point. You have to be a mated, baptized Eastern Orthodox Christian to receive in our churches.
Yes, that is a very good point. So I'm just going to repeat what he said again. But in real life, if you are not an Orthodox Christian, or you have not prepared yourself, if you haven't gone to confession for a few months, it is asked you do not go forward for communion. So instead, if you've ever been to a Catholic church, you usually go up, but the priest will just bless you. That is not what happens in the Greek Orthodox Church. If you go up to receive for communion. So if you do not feel that you're prepared, or you are not baptized, chrismated, like he said, do not go up, please. It is not meant to be exclusive, okay? It's about being in full communion with the church, right? So yes, so do not take offense to that. Yeah.
It's not excluding the non-Orthodox people. It's just it's like he said, being in full communion with the Orthodox Church. But at the end of the service, you may be invited to receive the andidoron, the blessed bread that's not the Eucharist. You'll see that at the end of the service. It's not the Eucharist, like I just said, so it's different. It's usually open to all visitors.
I'm sorry. I'd like to mention, in our virtual monastery, we do not have communion, because that would be very wrong, and it is against the church to do that, because it is not the true body and blood of Christ.
Yeah, it's like an imitation, and it's wrong.
Yes, and it is wrong. It is mocking it. So if you were to come to our church, you would not see that, because we do not want to be in the wrong with the
we're trying to be reverent while doing our liturgies, and the point of our liturgy is really just to be a display of what it's like, looking at what a real church would look like before you go to one.
Yes, to get people interested into the Greek Orthodox Church. Maybe someone from a Protestant church might think, oh, I want to experience other churches. They can come to our church and in Rec Room, and they can come see how it is. Oh, I want to see. Then they go look for a Greek Orthodox Church or an Orthodox Church in their area, and this is how it starts, so people can start converting. And that's the idea we had here when we first opened up this monastery. So anyways, let's continue. So after the liturgy, let's continue.
After the service, usually the service is like 2 to 3 hours long, but after the service, most churches host what's called a coffee hour or a simple meal. You're absolutely welcome to attend. What it is just they have coffee, some snacks and sweets. Everyone's welcome to go.
Yes, but again, a difference in our monastery is that I'll explain it in our monastery and in a traditional Orthodox monastery. In our monastery, we do have like a sort of coffee hour, but like a traditional Orthodox monastery, they would go to the place, the eating hall, which is called the trapeza, and go eat there as maybe a simple meal of like beans, or if it's fasting then it'd be beans or maybe some spaghetti. It's very simple meals. And after that, people can go to like the bookstore. If the monastery has a bookstore, people go shop there for like incense, books of the
Yeah.
saints, icons, stuff like that. They can also socialize there. In our monastery, we do have a bookstore where we do give out coffee. People can sit down, talk, ask questions to the people that work in the monastery about Orthodoxy if they're interested. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great time to ask questions during coffee hour. If you feel comfortable, introduce yourself to the priest, and I'm sure churches are always happy to have visitors.
Yes, if you ever visit our monastery, you can say something very simple like, "Hi, Yorgo," or "My name is also George. I'm visiting and curious about Orthodoxy." And that's all you need to start a simple conversation with one of us, or even in real life with an Orthodox priest. So,
Yeah. And most, if not all, Orthodox priests, they want people to come to their church and visit, and they'd be happy to see that you're coming and to know that you're coming. But on another note, let's go through a few questions we hear a lot.
yes, that is good. So, one very big question that we get is, do I have to cross myself? We already went over this, but no, you not at all. You're welcome to do so, but there's no pressure to do it, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, and also we went over this too, but I just want to go over it again because I've heard this a lot. Will I understand the service? Am I supposed to like know what's happening at during the service? Not at first, and that's okay. You're not there to get it all. You're coming to participate and experience it. Because you're not expected to know it your first time. You're not expected to know the symbolism, the meanings of things. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Another question that we've heard commonly in real life, people ask a lot, can I bring my kids? So if someone's Protestant or Baptist and they want to convert, a lot of them ask, can I bring my kids? And yes, please do. Children belong in church. A little noise or movement is expected, so it is okay if your kids, if you're like new to the church, if it's your first time in Orthodox Church, it is okay. It is normal. A lot of babies are in the church, so there's already noise. It's just don't let them run around. Don't do, just be respectful. Stay in your pew or your seat, and just listen to the service. So that's what I would recommend.
Yes, the children are the future of the community, and they're also the future community of the church. It's growing and getting more people to be Orthodox. If you bring your children to church, chances are that some of their friends might even know, they might get some of their friends to come. It's not always a guarantee though. But another question, will people stare at me if I don't know what to do? Not at all. Everyone should be focused on prayer, and everyone's been new once. Everyone's been new, so you're in that new place, and there's no judging you. They're not going to judge you for being new. People want new people to come. It's a great thing.
Yes, that is very true. So, if you're thinking about visiting an Orthodox church, or seeing us in the monastery to see what the liturgy is like, we hope this episode helps you take that first step, so that you can truly immerse yourself in becoming a true Orthodox Christian, seeing how it is, and maybe one day we can all be brothers and sisters, and it will be beautiful.
Yeah, come with peace. You don't need to know everything. Just come, stand, listen, and let the beauty of the service, of the liturgy, speak to you and speak to your heart.
Yes, so the Orthodox Church has kept the way of worship for over 1,500 years. Like I said, the Orthodox Church... No, thank you. The church is very traditional, and it's open to those who are seeking Christ, so...
Yeah. Thank you for listening. Please share this episode with a friend who might be curious. If you're ever near any churches, go visit a priest I know. He said, "You're always welcome. You're always welcome to come to an Orthodox church." Just remember, at most churches, Orthros starts at 8:30 and liturgy around 9:30. Now check your local church website for that. But thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. Yes. So we'd love to meet you if you're going to visit us in the Rec Room Monastery. Until then, may God bless you. Thank you for tuning in.